Dragon Ballers, if you're looking to buy Dragon Ball Super or One Piece sealed product, make sure to get 5% off using my link to Mystic TCG down in the description. You can also sell cards to them using their Facebook link, which is also down in the description. Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to go over the cards coming out in the green Universe 7 Gohan starter deck. This one kind of snuck up on us. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't really paying attention to the product page. I didn't even really know we were getting a starter deck with this new set, Power Absorb, but we are. And honestly, it's a bit of a pleasant surprise. I'm also very excited to talk about the Majin Vegeta cards in a future video. But anyways, we'll go over Gohan today. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. And if you guys do want to help support the channel and you plan on buying any trading cards, it does really help me out if you were to use my link in the description to TCG Player. It comes at no extra cost to you if you're already planning on buying cards, and it does help me out greatly. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, let's jump right on into this, talking about the leader first and foremost. We have Warrior of Universe 7, so the specified costs on all U7 battle cards are just erased. We have permanents. You can't include non-Universe 7 battle cards or multicolor cards in your deck. So this means a few things. First and foremost, all multicolor cards, even if they are U7, gone. Can't play them. But you can play any extra cards or unisons in this deck. That is something that's should be available due to the wording of this, but you are locked to Universe 7 battle cards that are not multicolor. It is rather restrictive, but to be honest, there's so many sets where we've gotten Universe 7 battle cards that there's a lot to choose from here. So we're all gonna have to comb through the database, see what cards work best in this deck. There are, of course, cards in the starter deck that work very well, but there are probably some old gems that do a good job as well. Then we have auto discard attacks, draw 1, awaken, release at 4 or less, and there are 4 or more colors among cards in your energies. The energy, battle area, drop, and warp. Untap 1, draw 1, and take life down to 6. Now, here's an interesting question that I can't remember off the top of my head, and I want you guys to let me know down in the comments. Is there a Universe 7 Overrealm? I was led to think about that because this also checks cards in your warp for awakening, and I don't know how else you're getting cards to the warp besides Overrealm in a deck like this. I know there are some like non-Xeno Vegetas and Goku Overrealms, I think, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. Is there a Universe 7 Overrealm? I'll check after the video, I guess. But anyways, we have auto discard attacks, draw 1, activating once per turn for a yellow or a black energy. If you have 3 or more energy, play up to 1 U7 with the original energy cost of 3 from your hand. So there are some in this deck that work with this, but also don't forget from the Invoker video, there's a Vegeta and a Frieza, both with original energy costs of 3, that actually both have really good on-play effects. Those are perfectly playable in this deck, so those are cards to look forward to as well. Active battle once per turn for a red or a blue. Choose up to 1 of your Universe 7 Gohan Adolescent Z battle cards and play up to 1 Universe 7 Z battle card without Gohan Adolescent with energy costs of 2 or less from under it. Once again, the world's your oyster. There are a bunch of Universe 7 Z battle cards coming out in set 20, but there are also older Z battle cards that we will take a look at in this video, so you guys are refreshed on them, and they work in this deck, which is pretty cool. So, all right, let's take a look at some of the main deck cards coming out in the starter deck. We have Piccolo Piercing Flash, 3-drop 20k double strike. When this card's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Don't forget, you're playing this more often than not for 1 energy off the Awakened Leader, so that is actually really good removal for 1 with a good body, 20k double strike, solid damage. Activating limit 1 for an energy of any color. If your leader has Warrior of U7, choose up to 1 of your Universe 7 Gohan Adolescence cards with 20k power or less and switch it to active mode. Getting more attacks or more blocks, never a bad thing. Krillin, Clever Fighter. We have a 1-drop 4k. When this card's played, look at top 5 cards of your deck. Add up to 1 U7 card with energy cost of 3 or less among them to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So obviously, searchability in the deck is never bad, but this leads me to think about, the super combo we're playing in this deck. Again, we can't play multicolor super combos. We have to play one of the monocolor Universe 7 super combos, which unfortunately are probably not going to be any better than Paragus would be for every other green leader. So that is one slight downside, but I guess, you've got the upside of them being searchable off this. And then auto limit 1 for an energy. Send this card from your drop to your warp. When an Android 18 Perfect Teamwork is placed from your Z energy in your drop, play that card. That's actually a really cool effect. That's kind of like the Pan from the yellow superhero archetype, that when it's used for Z energy, it gets played from the drop area. But this is a bit less specific, and there's actually a way to proc this without even playing a Z battle card, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyways, we have Android 18 Perfect Teamwork. We have a 3-drop 15k. When this card's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 5 or less and KO it. activate battle limit 1 if your leader is warrior universe 7. Also costs an energy, by the way. A universe 7 card's in your combo area and it's your turn. Draw 1 card and play this card from your hand. Very similar to another starter deck card we got in the Pan Reboot starter deck. There's a Pan in that deck that also just says when you combo a card, pay 1, play it, draw a card. That one also gives something minus 15k. Unfortunately, though, this card is one short phrase away from being really, really good, and that is the phrase saying, and it's your turn. If this card could have been played out this way during the opponent's turn and still had the effect to KO battle cards 5 or less, that would have been super, super good, but they're holding it back just a little bit, and I guess it makes sense because, unfortunately, it is a green card. They can't let green be that great, but all jokes aside, still a decent card. Let's go on and check out the Z battle cards. We have Gohan, Master Student Technique. We have a 2-drop 1 Z energy cost blocker, Z stack 2, Universe 7 battle cards with different character names. And then auto, when this card's played from your Z deck, this card gains barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. So barrier blocker 16k, pretty much chumping any 15k or less attacker. And then we have activate battle limit 1. If there are 4 or more colors among cards in your Z energy battle area, drop and warp. And it's your opponent's turn. Play up to 1 Universe 7 Piccolo Z battle card with energy cost of 2 from under this card and place this card under the played card. So we saw a lot of this like Z battle card swapping in the Invoker strategy in the main set as well, and that is still alive here in this deck too. So we have Piccolo, Master Student Technique. We have a 2-drop 2 Z energy cost auto when this card's played. At the end of the turn, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, and it gets minus 20k for the turn. This is kind of neat actually because I was just talking about this with my teammates before. You ever notice those times you're playing Dragon Ball and you have just enough attacks to get their unison to 1 marker and not kill it? This actually like solves that problem in a really funny way. Yeah, that just made me chuckle. But anyways, activate main limit 1. If there are 4 or more colors among cards in your Z energy battle area, drop and warp. Play up to 1 Universe 7 Gohan Adolescence with energy cost of 2 or less from under this card, and then place this card under the played card. So once again, that's Z energy swapping, which seems like you can just do constantly. So, you know, Gohan's an activate battle, so you can do it during your opponent's turn, and then Piccolo Master Student Technique is activate main, doing it during your turn. And then I guess you can cycle in and out. Obviously, neither of them have barrier except for the turn that Gohan is played, so they are a bit susceptible. And the way it should work too is like you can swing with Piccolo, it'll be in rest mode, then use the activate main, play the Gohan, which should come out in active mode, and then Piccolo goes underneath that, and then you know, do all the swapping over and over again. That's kind of neat. And then we have Frieza Unexpected Assistance. We have a 1-drop 10k blocker with a 1Z energy cost. Auto, when a Universe 7 Son Goku card in your battle area is attacked, negate the attack, and then negate this skill for the game. So I find this card to be a little bit weird. It's cool and thematic and all, but I find it kind of weird because there's no like Goku in this particular starter deck that you're actually looking to protect like this. But there are Goku Universe 7 Z battle cards, and I guess Universe 7 Goku cards in general that I guess you want to protect from battle, so this just works for that. But yeah, those are the Z battle cards coming out with the deck. They're okay, but let's talk about some of the Universe 7 Z battle cards we can really abuse, because these are the much stronger ones. We have Frieza Resurrected Ambition. This is a 2-drop 1Z energy cost. Deflect double strike when this card's played. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 5 or less and KO it. And then the second auto is actually one of those ways we can put Android 18 in the drop area without actually playing a Z battle card, and then Krillin can actually play the Android 18. So when one of your other green battle cards with energy cost of 2 or more attacks, your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. That would be the Android 18. She gives a green battle card that costs 2 or more, so that's pretty solid. And then one card that honestly, actually both these cards, both the Frieza and Goku Evolved Defender, I didn't even know they were Universe 7 when they were released, because it wasn't like they were released with the Universe 7 archetype. But then it just so happens that they have the Universe Survival tags and the Universe 7 tags. So yeah, Goku Evolved Defender is another really strong Z battle card you can use in this deck. It is maybe a bit costly at 3 energy, but it's still very strong. So yeah, Deflect Barrier. When this card's played, choose one of your opponent's leaders, unisons, or battle cards in rest mode, and it can't attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. Like, just current meta example, this card choosing the Crimson leader not to be able to attack is very, very strong. So keep that in mind for sure. Auto, if this card's in rest mode, when your opponent plays a card, you may place one of your Z energy in the owner's drop. If you do, choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unison, switch it to rest mode, and negate this skill for the turn. Yet another way to put that Android 18 into the drop without actually playing a Z battle card. Now, Ultra Instinct Goku Unthinking Onslaught, probably a lot more difficult to use in this deck, but it might be an option. It is still Universe 7. It's Deflect Barrier, dual attack, so it hits decently hard. And then auto limit 1, if this card's in rest mode, you discard 1 card from your hand. When you use one of your red skillless battle cards on the combo, choose one of your cards and gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. At the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode and then activate battle limit 1. If your leader is a warrior of universe 7, you switch this card to rest mode and you add 1 red skillless battle card from your drop to your hand. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons and it gets minus 15k power for the turn. So this would require you to adopt some sort of skillless package into your deck to get the most value out of it, but you could always go and play the 1-drop Gohan that when you combo with the skillless card, you draw a card. That's actually a really good way to make Z energy. So that would give you the justification of playing a small skillless package. I'm not saying that's the best way to play this deck. I haven't been able to test this yet, but that is something that's just running through my mind and I wanted to share with you guys. But overall, that's what I wanted to go over in today's video. My final thoughts on this stuff, again, without having tested it yet, I do think there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. I won't say it's like broken or trash yet, but I am excited to mess around with it. I think the fact that you're open up to any extra card, any unison is definitely a lot of room to work with, but your battle cards are sort of restrictive. But U7 battle cards in the past have been pretty decent depending on the archetype you're playing, so I'm excited about it. But of course, in the comments, let me know what you're thinking. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.